Good afternoon, State Reps. This is Ann Henley. I wanted to thank you for being here today, and I wanted to give you some guidance on how to use the GoToWebinar system. If you take a look on the right-hand side, you'll see a questions box. I see, Shannon, you've already figured that one out, so that's awesome. So if you have any questions throughout this webinar, just submit the questions there, and I'll address them at the end of the webinar. So thanks again for being here today. You can also send the questions on the question box either privately or send to the whole group. So whichever you want to do, that's great. I know it's the end of the day, so we'll make this conference call quick. Hopefully only about 25 minutes, but I will give time at the end for questions and answers. I want to welcome new NAESP state reps. We have quite a few so far this membership year. Cheryl Jordan from Virginia, David Lee from Utah, Rachel George from Oregon, Amy Fulmer from South Carolina, Jeanette Skurlock from Wyoming, and Sharon Boomer from Arizona. And what I really need for those state reps is to send me their photos so I can include it on the state reps page, as well as the state rep connection. And for those of you who are new, this is a website so you can see what each other looks like. And so that when you have your zone meetings, you know who to look for. The state rep connection goes out quarterly. I just sent the fall 2018 state rep connection in August. So I will be sending that to each of the new state reps. But please provide me feedback on the state rep connection, or if there's anything that you want to feature in there. I hope it's helpful. We were able to promote new benefits, advocacy updates, as well as ideas on membership recruitment. So I'm hoping that that's a good resource for you. I enjoy doing it, and I'd love to hear your feedback. I just wanted to give a quick look at the responsibilities of the NAESP state rep position. I know several state execs have had questions on what are the responsibilities of the state rep. So this is just a refresher for those of you who ask for it. The NAESP state rep is responsible for serving as a liaison between the NAESP and your state association. So this means that at every state conference, you should have a table there to promote NAESP or the joint membership, as well as NAESP's conference, which is coming up in Spokane in July of 2019, and that's going to be awesome. That's going to be great, and you're going to be getting some marketing materials in the next week on that. So please, if you want additional marketing materials, just let me know, and I will be happy to send those to you. And again, before the state conferences, if you could give me about 2 weeks to pull together that material for you and ship it to your school or to your hotel, wherever you need it. I just need to know quantities and the dates. So right now, we're looking for the dates for all state conferences so that I can get them on the calendar and anticipate your needs. Also, the state rep is responsible for coordinating membership campaigns in your state. And I'm here to help you with that. We did a few campaigns last year where we did customization, personalized emails to prospects and lapsed members that has your signature at the bottom. So it's good to connect our members and non-members with actual practitioners. So I appreciate any of you who would want to do that. I'm here to help if you need another responsibility for the NAESP state rep is to advise the NAESP Board of Directors on policies and programs. So you will have the zone directors. Each of you have the zone director that you can call and talk to, but they are also responsible for doing monthly calls with their zones. So we have a lot of new board members, so that'll be a really good opportunity to provide your feedback on different things that NAESP is doing. We meet as a leadership group once a year. We actually do it 2 times a year, one time at National Leaders Conference and then another time at the National Conference. So those are always a good time to get together with each other. Following the meeting of the conference, you serve on you select the nominating committee, and that's a very important role as a state rep. So just for those of you who don't know that, that's just like a 15 to 20 minute meeting after the state rep meeting at the annual conference. You also serve as a voting member of the General Assembly, and that takes place at the National Leaders Conference. The National Leaders Conference takes place in March and here in Washington. So we'll be getting out some information on the National Leaders Conference in the next couple of weeks. I think October 1st. I think that's when they're planning. This year, this membership year, we're doing a membership challenge. I mentioned this in a conference for those of you who weren't there, or just want to remind you that this membership challenge is going to start in October. So I'm going to provide you a copy of this activity report, and you put in the activity description and you get points. And for the top 5 performers, you're going to get a prize. So we're excited to do that. I know several of you have already had state conferences. You would put that in here. Several of you have sent emails, so you would put that in here, and so we'll assign points to those activities. It'll be fun. I wanted to give you a quick overview of current membership numbers. Right now, as of today, as of this morning, we had 13,657 members versus 14,433 this time last year. That means we're down 776 members. So it's still September. The transmittals are still coming in. We have some time to get these numbers up. I wanted to give you an overview. The transmittals is how we receive the data from the states, and the processors work with Cynthia Demery in our office to send in the data and get the accounting situated. And this is what we use for the rebates for states. So it's very important that this is accurate and that these transmittals get sent in on time. There are some states that we are waiting for state transmittals, and which I think is reflected in these numbers being down. So the following states need to send some transmittals, and if you could touch base with your processors, it would be greatly appreciated. Oklahoma, we need a transmittal. Oklahoma, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, South Carolina, California, Utah, and Alaska. So if you could check with your processors and get those in as soon as possible, that would be great. I wanted to give you an overview of some new membership benefits. I think you've probably seen this in the State Rep Connection. We now offer NAESP members up to 80% off at Office Depot. These are for purchases online or in person. So it's been a really, really great benefit and a lot of savings there, especially with back-to-school purchases. As well as Wyndham Hotel Group, it's 20% off hotel stays with Wyndham Hotels. And then TNT Vacations, those are a variety of vacation packages. So if you want to plan now for your winter holiday, there's 15% savings on the TNT Vacations. And then we have a rental, we have a discount on the rentals with Hertz rental cars, and it's up to 25% on savings. And I don't know if any of you have seen Eric Cardwell, our president. He's on the road, doing a road trip, and he got his car through Hertz, and he saved over $400. So it's really great savings, and we are building more affinity programs for members. We're hoping to have a discount with 1-800-Flowers, getting discounts to restaurants, and discounts with corporate travel. So those are in the works, and we'll all have more of those, more information on those in the next few weeks. I also wanted to show you this website. On our website, you can click on membership and the membership benefits. This has all the information about those previous discounts. But also, I wanted to showcase the monthly webinars that we have. We have monthly webinars with big names in education. We've had webinars with Jimmy Cassis, Joe Sanfilippo, Joe Mazza, among many others. So check that out on the webinars page, and they're free for members. So it's a free member benefit, and they're only an hour long, and they're great. They're really, really well done. I also wanted to show you the variety of insurance that's available through Forrest T. Jones. And in addition to those insurance programs, we also have ID Shield and Legal Shield. So if you need papers written up, a legal document written up, you tap into that Legal Shield benefit, which is a lot of savings for principals and assistant principals. I wanted to show you that what's available for marketing. We have our membership brochure here, which we customize and co-brand for joint states. But it's a nice overview of all the benefits that we have. And the theme on this brochure is the same as it was last year, but it's still true. Being a principal is not just a profession, it's a passion. So we're going to, you'll see the one that I have on there, it's co-branded with Pennsylvania. And I also am doing these flyers for featuring those benefits, those affinity programs, where I can co-brand it with the state logo. Now, you don't have to be a joint state to do this. I can co-brand these pieces, even if you're a non-joint state. We usually say, we just say that your state is an affiliate of NAESP. And so state reps have found this very helpful. So just email me at ahanley@naesp.org if you want any of these pieces. Again, we really need you to have presence at state conferences, and we would love to see pictures. Send us photos so that we can put it on social media and spread the word. As we did last year, I'm going to be sending you lapsed members lists. I hadn't yet done it, sent them because the members are still coming in. So starting in October, you'll be seeing lapsed members list, which will have an email and direct mail contact information for lapsed members. And then you can tell me whether they've retired, moved on to the school district, and we can clean up the database. I wanted to share with you, again, as I mentioned before, Eric's on a road trip across the nation. He's going to 28.
I'm here.
Hi, Eric. How are you?
Oh, I didn't know my mic was live. How are you?
Good, good. Well, do you want to tell them about your adventure so far?
Sure. I apologize for tuning in late. I did not have cell phone service.
Okay.
But yes, I definitely wanted to, first of all, just to say thank you to all the reps out there for the jobs that you do. It's important. It provides opportunity and connection to our national organization. And I thank you for that on behalf of the association. So kind of where I'm at, well, I'm in Georgia. But I had a brainchild of doing a road trip. It started last year. And fortunately enough, I found a sponsor in the form of an insurance company, MEMIC. And it started on the 13th of September at a small school district about a half hour south of the Canadian border in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. They have 265 students, K-12. And on Friday, I was in Memphis, Tennessee, where they have 165,000 students. So really the emphasis of the road trip is really to tell the story of the principalship and the challenges that we all experience, but also sharing the successes of what is going on. Our NAESP.org, they are posting my blog, but also our partners with MEMIC. If you go to MEMIC, MEEMIC.com and /road trip, you can follow along there as well. But what I'm finding is just tremendous passion. Traveled the states of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, Wisconsin, Indiana, Illinois, and Tennessee, Kentucky, and now Georgia. Just enjoying it. Had a wonderful meeting with a principal down here who actually in a former career was a law enforcement officer. And what was truly inspiring was she had responded to a call as a police officer where 4 children under the age of 7 were left alone by their mother for a couple of days. And she told me she went back to her patrol car and started weeping, and looked up at the mirror and said, I got to do something different. I got to do something on the front end. So she became a principal. And that's right here in Georgia. So thank you for what you do. I'm trying to do the best. People are energized to have NASP out in the field. You serve that role as well, and it takes a team. So thank you.
Thank you, Eric.
You're welcome.
So I wanted to share with the state reps the video that you recently did for us, Eric. I know that last membership year, some state reps wanted a video to show at their state conferences when they presented on NAESP. So I'm going to show that video to them right now.
Okay.
National Association of Elementary School Trustees. I've been an NASP member for 18 years. Joining NASP was the best decision I ever made in my professional career. Membership has changed my life both professionally and personally. I've met so many outstanding educators across the world with all their stories. and changing the lives of their students and families. Whether you're a new or experienced administrator, you'll benefit from being a member of NAESP. NAESP offers professional development opportunities, award-winning publications, advocacy on Capitol Hill, professional liability coverage, and significant benefits that save time and money. Being a principal is not just a profession, it's a passion. NASP members strive to live that motto each and every day. So I invite you to join the NASP family, to share your stories, inspire others, and be inspired yourself by game-changing education. Thank you for all you do.
Okay, let me figure out how to get back to my presentation. Okay. So that's a video that will be available to you to share at your state conferences. Again, just email me or call me if you are interested in getting a copy of that, or I'm going to send it to you anyway. Okay, so finally, on this Data Explorer, though this is a system that I mentioned at conference, this is a great way for you to pull data on members and potential members in your state. So I wanted to give you an overview of this Data Explorer, and again, you can follow up with me after the call and we can go one-on-one, but I just wanted to show you how neat this system is, and that way that if you have an event going on in your state, if you wanted to invite people to come by your booth or participate in a workshop that your state association is hosting, this is a way to pull some data and send out an email to them, or a letter, postcard, whatever you choose. So I'm going to log in to the Data Explorer by clicking on here. Now I had passwords created for each zone, so it's going to be your zone. I'll start with zone 1 at NASP.org. And then the password is welcome with capital W, E-L-C-O-M-E with an exclamation point. No, welcome 1, sorry. Okay. So you log in. So you'll have an option of finding a building or constructing a targeted list. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do. Click on construct a target list, and then you start a list, and then we'll just say zone 1 list. Okay, so let's say you want to do an email campaign. You click on email and hit next. So then you're choosing public or private schools. You can mark it to private, but we'll go with public. And you'll see that they have early childhood, higher education. If you want to tap into any of the colleges or universities in your state, that's an option as well. Hit next. So now you can choose whether it can be the district office, if you want to do a promotion to the superintendents or assistant superintendents, elementary schools, middle schools, high school, we will unclick those. And we will just go with elementary and middle. And click next. Okay, so here, if you're doing choose 1 or more states, this is if you're working with a zone. So this would be if you're having a zone meeting and you wanted to pull the names of principals and assistant principals in multiple states, you can do it that way. But for this purpose, for the membership purposes, we will just click on choose 1 or more cities within a state. Choose 1 more states, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, then click next. Okay, let's see. Maryland, I'm going to pick you to show you how this works. Okay, so we click next. And then this is optional filter. So this helps with whether you are targeting schools with Title I funding, district enrollment, if you wanted to get larger districts involved with your state association, you could target them. You can target urban or rural if you have specific programming or articles for your magazine that you're looking for principals to contribute. You can select that way. And then different components here. For if you have a special education initiative in your state, you can pull at the level of IDA funding in each of the school districts. So you get, it's really a neat feature. Okay. Next. It's clean. So this will pull principals and assistant principals. So there'll be members and non-members in here in this list. So you get the whole universe. Okay, so you click on administration and then you click on principal. And we'll do assistant principals. And then total selected. Scroll down. And prepare list. And you can go in there and play around with it. It's not going to break anything, so just feel free to go in there and do some queries. Okay, here's the list. So this is a list of all assistant principals and principals in the state of Maryland. You'll see that it has their unique ID number, first name, last name, title, their personal email address, and the name of their school. So you can either do email or direct mail. So it's a very, very helpful tool to use. So you want to export it into Excel, and then you'll see the list. And then you just format it. So you can grab these email addresses and send them through Constant Contact or through Outlook. So it's a great tool to use when you're promoting membership and different state association activities. Now I'm going to take some time for questions. Again, the question box is on the right-hand side. If you have a question for me, please submit one. Okay. Okay. Okay, just, can everyone please let me know in the question box whether you can hear me okay? This presentation will be available after this. It's being recorded, and I will be emailing it to each of you. And again, if you want any help with that Data Explorer, just let me know. I can make that time available. Okay. I'm just going to give you a couple more minutes. Okay, and then for those of you who do not have my contact information, but probably should, my email address again is ahenley@naesp.org. My direct phone number here at the office is 703-518-6279. Yes, Blaine, you just asked the question. Even though you picked Zone 1, you can pick from other states as well. So it's open to everyone. I just set up the password so it's easy for you to remember your zone, your number at NAESP.org, and then the password is welcome1 with a capital W. And that'll be helpful when you have Zoom meetings. So again, thank you so much for being here and joining us today. And again, for those states that have not sent in transmittals, please check with your state association to find out the status of that so that we can get those members back. And first week in October, I will be sending you the activity log for you to submit what activities you have already completed and get some lists for you. That would be great. Again, the states that we need transmittals from are Oklahoma, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, South Carolina, California, Guam, and Alaska. Thank you so much for being with us, being here today, and please call me if you need anything. Thanks so much.